Hello and welcome. Last year, I bought a Kent Ridgeland single-speed bike from Walmart for only $98. They now go for $148 on Walmart's website, by the way. And I have had a lot of fun with this very basic bike, mostly on a largely level rail trail. Certainly, the neon color scheme is attention-grabbing, and I freely admit that's what caught my attention on the showroom floor, and obviously I bought the bike. And I guess when it comes to the colors, you either love it or hate it. Now, personally, I think it's a fun look, even if it does look like it escaped from a circus. The bike is surprisingly well built for such a low price. All of the welds are really good, and the bike has a nice solid feel to it. Now, no doubt a lot of that is due to the steel frame. In fact, I have several vintage steel frame bikes, and as with the Ridgeland, the ride quality is really comfortable. And I know that's a bit of a cliche, but it's true. You can't beat the ride quality of a steel bike. This bike rides and stops really well. One thing that does still surprise me is that the rim brakes don't squeal since the rims are painted, and that is usually a formula for a lot of noise. However, as I mentioned in a prior video for the Ridgeland, I was not entirely enthusiastic about the saddle and the grips. The stock saddle and grips were hard and not at all comfortable. So, I got a set of ESI chunky silicone grips in yellow to mirror the stock yellow grips, and a so-called sport saddle with bright green trim. I bought both of these on Amazon for under $35, and these two budget upgrades made the Kent much more comfortable on my hindmost and my wrists. Up front, the Ridgeland's cockpit is equipped with a 615 mm wide, 25.4 mm diameter steel handlebar. As you can see, the handlebar has a slight rise, and it's connected to a steel quill stem. The brake levers have plastic bodies and alloy levers, which are painted lime green, again fairly obviously. On the head tube is an embossed badge celebrating 100 years of cycling. That makes me chuckle a little bit because I am willing to bet that there were no bikes this brightly colored in 1922. The tires, front and rear, are 700C by 38 mm with all-purpose road treads mounted on aluminum single-wall wheels. Gearing consists of an 18-tooth freewheel single gear and a 42-tooth chainring. The bike rides quite well. Given the gear ratio, it takes a little effort to get going, but once you are in motion, it's easy enough to keep going, and I would imagine that's pretty much true of most, if not all, single-speed bikes. Now the thing is, I live in a hilly area, so most of my riding on this bike has been on a local rail trail. Out here in the country, though, riding a single speed can be a bit of a challenge. I'll say it plainly, single speed bikes are a real workout on hill climbing. Fortunately, there is balance in the universe. For every hill climb, there is a descent. It's kind of like a reward for all that effort that went into climbing that hill. And I will say that the Ridgeland is a really good descender. And it helps that I repacked the wheel bearings early on, but I didn't do it because it's a Ridgeland. I did it because that's something that I check on every bike that I buy, new or used. So, I mentioned in the title that this is my last ride on the Ridgeland. And rest assured, there's nothing wrong with the bike. There was no malfunction, there was no crash, there's no quality issue. And in fact, I'd say that for my initial purchase price of $98, upgrades notwithstanding, It's a darn good bike. But the thing is, I don't ride it as much as I probably should because I live in this hilly area. And that being the case, I prefer multi-geared bikes that make the climbs easier. Now, I could try to sell it, but I have a much more satisfying idea. From he to whom much is given, much is expected. Luke chapter 12, verse 48. I'm going to donate the bike to a local outreach charity. This particular group helps low-income individuals and families on a number of issues. In the past, I've given them bikes that I bought cheap and refurbished. And these are passed along to folks who lack basic transportation so that they can get to work and such. And with current fuel prices, I've heard of folks who can't afford the extra cost. So, what is frankly a luxury to me can become a useful tool to someone else and hopefully improve their lives. If you want to know more about this bike, I have linked to a playlist lower left. And there's a link to another video that I think you will enjoy lower right. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate that. Goodbye and have a wonderful day.